Welcome to House Edge. Before we start the episode, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe here on YouTube. And check us out on Twitter, TikTok, and Discord at House Edge Bet. Links down below. Enjoy the show.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of House Edge, our second to last one of the season. Rob, you did pretty good last week. I can't say the same, but pretty good record last week with your bets.
Yeah, knocked off the 2-unit parlay. It really puts us in the even there. Feeling good.
Yep, I tailed you for a unit on that as well. I agreed with your parlay. I had all the same picks and cash for both of us. Huge W. Yeah, I went 1-3. Rob went 2-1-1 in the divisional round, and now we're at the conference championship round. We have the Ravens versus the Chiefs in the AFC and the 49ers versus the Lions in the NFC. I think I would say these are the four best teams in football right now.
Yeah, a great set of four for us to have. We got the best quarterback in the league in Patrick Mahomes, and then we probably have the three teams that have been the most consistent throughout this entire year, and the Ravens, 49ers, and the Lions.
Yep. Yeah, the Lions are the only one that I would put a step below all the other teams in the conference championship, but I mean, the Lions did it. This team had not won a playoff game in 30 plus years, and now they're at their conference championship, maybe going to the Super Bowl.
One game away from going to the Super Bowl. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, we got some great matchups. We're blessed to get this Patrick Mahomes versus Lamar Jackson. It's going to be, by the time this game kicks off, we should probably have two MVPs on each side. Yeah, it's just what we wait for all season long is to get a conference championship game like that.
Yep. Looks like we're in agreement with who's going to come out on top. Let's hop right into our plays for the week. That Ravens-Chiefs game, me and you are in agreement that the Ravens, 3.5-point favorites, will cover against the Chiefs. The Ravens are probably the best team in football right now, arguably up there with the 49ers, but they beat them in San Francisco, so you could say they're the best team.
Yeah. The Ravens, I think they're going to easily clear this 3.5 here for the Ravens. Lamar Jackson has just been on fire this whole entire season. That defense they're locked in. Roquan Smith is not letting anything up. They got the secondary. And the Chiefs they've looked good these playoffs. They've definitely stopped their drops and yips. But that defense looked a little soft last week, especially against the run, and the Ravens are going to be running.
Yes, they're going to be running. That defense is no joke. That defense is the best defense in football, and they don't lie. Defense does win championships. If you can get the other team to score less and you have Lamar Jackson with the football when you have the ball, that's a pretty good combination for success.
Yeah, you're going to win a lot of games. Yeah, and then they have the home field advantage in this game. Crowd's definitely going to be rocking in Baltimore. I hear that they're going to be doing a halftime ceremony for Ray Lewis and Ed Reed. They're going to get that crowd going.
Oh, man. Yeah, those are arguably the greatest Ravens of all time. And, yeah, that's going to be an atmosphere. And it's not going to be too cold this weekend either, so they're going to be able to throw the ball around a bit. Might be raining.
Yeah, we're going to get a full game.
Yep. And moving on to, I have another play in this game, and you also have another play in this game. I am taking Lamar over 64.5 rush yards on the game. I mean, this guy can run all over the place. He'll make a brick wall. He can make anybody miss in the entire league. He's incredible. And I think last week he got close to 100 yards.
I think he was over 100.
Yeah.
100 yards passing. 100 yards rushing, 100 passer rating, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
It was phenomenal last week.
Yep. It's I think easier defense in the Chiefs that he's playing as well.
Yeah. Did you see last week he pulled back his high school stuff and did the stop?
Yep.
Yeah, this is the most dynamic guy in football. I can easily see him getting that 65.5 yards. Especially The Chiefs were using a spy on Josh Allen last week. He did get hurt, the linebacker Gay, so they're going to have their second best spy. You can't use your second best
Against
spy.
Lamar, it's not going to go over well.
Yeah.
And Josh Allen did kind of run all over him as well. He got 2 rushing touchdowns.
And Lamar's a much better rusher.
Exactly. Yep. 64.5. He should be able to clear this. Just hoping he is in situations where he has to scramble sometimes, right? I mean, if this is just pass it or hand it off to Gus Edwards or Justice Hill, this could be over quick if the Chiefs defense can't stop that.
Absolutely. But I think they'll put up some fight. He'll definitely have to make some plays, and the 65 is in play.
It is the Chiefs in the playoffs.
Yeah. And yes, for this game, I'm going to take the over 44.5. I know we just spent the whole first part of the show talking about the defenses and how great they were. But at the end of the day, this is Lamar Jackson. It's Patrick Mahomes. I think there's going to be points on the board. I see this going to be, it's not going to be a shootout or anything, but I can easily see a 27-20 to win this game. Yeah, Ravens.
Yeah, I mean the Chiefs Bills game ended 27-24. I think that was the score in a couple of the Chiefs playoffs games against the Bengals a couple years back as well. This team and their opponents score right about that many points almost every time they play in the playoffs, which is a touchdown more than what the line is at right now, right? So I'm with you here. It's in my parlay over 44.5, and this game should hit with how high powered the offenses are.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's our straight plays for the first game. Moving on to the second game, we have the Lions going to the Bay, the 49ers. We have differing picks on the spread here. I'm taking the 49ers and the points -7, while Rob is taking the Lions +7 against the 49ers. This is the best team in the NFC. They've proven it all year. And I think the Lions, like I said, they're a step below every other team remaining in the playoffs here, and they're going to get humbled a bit.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Lions. I think this is going to be a closer game than everyone may be expecting. The Lions offensive line is one of the best in the league. I think the way to get at Jared Goff, if you want to blow out the Lions, is you got to get a pass rush in. And I think the Lions offensive line matches up with what they got over there on 49ers with Bosa and Chase Young right now.
Mm-hmm. The Lions offensive line is definitely what's gotten them this far. Jared Goff, the game manager, he actually hasn't looked that bad in the playoffs so far either. But I just think the 49ers are going to be too much for them to handle.
Yeah, I can see that. They definitely have the resume to, warrant this 7.5. But I think it's going to be a good game. Lions, I like their run game as well. They're a less expensive 49ers.
Yeah, and speaking of the 49ers, they almost lost to the Packers last week. That was close, and I will say something though. I think the Packers played the 49ers as close as anybody's going to play them for the rest of the playoffs.
Okay. I mean, but do you agree that the Lions are better than the Packers?
I don't.
You don't know?
I don't. Jordan Love looked so good in his 2 games in the playoffs. I would take the Packers over the Lions neutral site.
Oh, no way.
I would take the late season Packers over the late season Lions, I think, in a straight up game.
Okay. Well, then, yeah, -7 makes sense.
Yeah, I'm taking -7 then.
They're not better than the Packers, and yeah, -7 all day.
Yeah, if I said the Lions are better than the Packers and I'm taking -7, I am making some questionable decisions here.
Yeah.
But yeah, you go.
I also have another play in this game. I'm going to take the under 51 Lions 49ers. The Lions defense is going to have to shave off a couple points to keep this game close. And I don't think this is a shootout, so under 51 seems really solid.
Yeah, it's we just have completely differing picks on this game because I'm taking the over in my parlay later, but yeah, it's we just see a different way this game is going to go. I think this will be a shootout. Both teams in close to the 30s, the Lions probably in the 20s, and I think it's going to be like a 27-37-ish game between the two teams. High scoring.
You got worried about no Debo at all.
Yeah, it's not the best, but I think Brandon Ayuk is good enough to get it done.
I think Brandon Ayuk looks really good next to Debo.
He does look pretty good next to Devo. We'll see. We'll see. But my other play in this game is Jared Goff, the game manager, over 1.5 pass touchdowns. That's the 27 points. I mean, somebody has to put them up that I'm expecting from the Lions. And Jared Goff does like to pass it to Sam Laporta in the red zone a lot.
I'll take it. 2 touchdown passes from Jared Goff. That helps that +7. It definitely can. I mean, they're getting into the red zone. They love to, as you said, throw to Sam Laporta in that red zone. And yeah, 1.5. I'll take it.
Yeah, 1.5 feels a little bit low, and Brock Purdy was getting the same line as well for worse odds, and I feel like I would take Jared Goff before I take Brock Purdy with how much CMC gets the ball in the red zone for the 49ers.
Yeah, absolutely.
And with no Debo
I'd also
as
take
well.
Jared Goff over Brock Purdy straight up anything.
Well, they're going to be playing from behind, so I would take them too. All right, that rounds out the straight plays. Recap. I have the Ravens 3.5-point favorites over the Chiefs, 49ers 7-point favorites over the Lions, Lamar over 64.5 rush yards, and Jared Goff over 1.5 pass touchdowns, while Rob's got the Ravens -3.5 over the Chiefs, over 44.5 in that game, the Lions 7-point underdogs against the 49ers, and under 51 in that game. Yeah. Moving on to the parlays. Looks like you went from the Fantastic Four to the Terrific Two. Rob, who you got this week?
Absolutely. I'm going to take the Ravens money line. I think they covered the spread, so absolutely going to win. And then the shocker here, I don't think the game's going to be just close. I think that the Lions are going to the Super Bowl, so I'm taking the Ravens money line, Lions money line, plus 426.
The Lions probably give you all the value there.
Oh, yeah. I think the Ravens are like, I think it was like -190 when I took it, and now it's down to 210.
Yeah, the Ravens, man, I can't believe I'm this confident against Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. But
It's scary. It's
it
scary,
is
but
scary.
it's the right confidence.
Yeah, it's the Ravens have been better all year. It's the right read. We just didn't get it. That's what we'll be able to say afterwards. Like when we miss this bet, we'll say it was the right read, and just we'll get them next time.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lions. I can't get on board with that. But good luck to you, brother. Hope it hits. I'm trying to predict the game script of both games exactly pretty much for this parlay. I'm taking 49ers money line, Ravens money line, Ravens Chiefs over, and the Lions 49ers over. So both favorites money line and over in both games to get plus 558. And yep, we'll see what happens there. I know you disagree with the under and the Lions.
Yeah, I disagree with the under and the Lions, but Ravens obviously easy pick for both the money line and the over. And it's not like I can't see the 49ers winning. It's not like that's a foregone conclusion.
Yeah, they've gotten so close to the elusive Super Bowl so many years in a row. I think they're gonna make it finally this year.
If not now, when?
Yeah, right.
At a certain point, you got to start paying people.
Yeah, they're not gonna have this roster for much longer. But yeah, that wraps out our conference championship picks. 2 great matchups coming up, good football, and hopefully some cash coming our way.
Yeah, man. Let's do it.
All right, thanks for watching, guys.